As leaders and managers in organizations, we are many times frustrated because the results that we want to achieve simply don't come. If you have recently transitioned from a position of expert professional to coordinator, team leader, manager in your organization, you for sure have experienced this type of situations, this type of feelings. Like, I have already told my team what they have to do, but somehow they don't do that. Or seems that nothing is motivating them, and I don't know how to do that. Or they are not proactive enough, and problems come to them without anticipating a solution. So this type of situations, this type of behaviors lead to poor level of results. And then we get frustrated, and what is the most usual reaction that we have? We blame our circumstances. We blame our employees because they don't have the right level. We blame our company because the culture is not the right one, or the salaries are not at the level where they should be. We blame our customers because they are way too aggressive for what we can do for them. We blame the economy. We blame many things, everything outside ourselves. How few managers and leaders have stand up, raised their hand and said, I'm the responsible for this level of results. I need to fix them. Because at the end, if the levels of results that you are getting are not the ones that you want to get, you have only to look in one direction. That is, look to you. You have to grow, you have to learn new things, you have to get more experience and develop different skills for you to get growing those levels of results that you want and you need. But most managers and leaders fall into different traps. One is, many of them, they don't want to put the effort that they need to develop those skills that they need to improve. The other trap is their development process is not very efficient and is distracted by their environment. And I can give you an example. Many years ago, I worked for a big multinational company that spent every year millions of dollars for educating and training their employees. It was a huge opportunity for learning and developing. So every year the company put sort of a menu of trainings available for employees to choose from. Year by year, that menu not necessarily was the same. So every employee was able to choose 1 or 2 or 3 trainings to keep developing themselves. The question is, were they choosing the right training for their own specific goals and situation? Because the critical word here for me is, if you want to develop yourself, you have to take responsibility on your own development and not allow your company, your friends, your situations guide your own personal development. But you will tell me, but I'm responsible. I'm a responsible person. I work every day very hard to achieve the goals. I'm not talking here about you being or not being responsible. I'm talking about you taking responsibility and decisions about your own development. So what is this in a more specific terms? How you can implement that taking responsibility concept in a more specific terms that you can bring it forward in your benefit? I would like to lay out 4 steps that you can easily implement and bring your employees also to implement, because it's some kind of a personal thing. Everybody should do his own personal development. Step number 1 is you should clearly identify where you want to go. Which are your goals for 1 year, 3 and 5 years from now? Be specific, write them down. In 1 year, I would like to achieve this and that. In 3 years, I would like to be in that position or to have that level of results, and so on. Be specific where you would like to be in 1, 3, 5 years. Step number 2, analyze where you are today. Which are your main strengths and which are your areas for development? Which are those gaps that you need to bridge, to close, to get to the objectives you fixed for year 1, year 3, year 5. Be specific, write them down, because this is going to become your guidance. This will guide all your actions in the next few years. Step number 3, create a plan. If in 1 year I want to achieve that, what should I do from now within the next 12 months? What should I do? Write down a plan. It's your plan. It's not your company plan. It's not your boss's plan. It's your own plan for your own development. And step number 4, put that plan into action. Don't let the plan die on your notebook. Start taking action every day, every week in that direction. So you have your direction. You know where you want to go. You know where you are. You have a plan. Put that plan into action. Napoleon Hill identified personal initiative as one of the 17 principles of success. And this is what I'm talking about. It's your personal initiative to make your developing plan reality. You don't need to ask permission to anybody. You just identify what you want and you start working in this direction. One of the mistakes many managers and leaders make is they try to do everything alone and by themselves. So it's very difficult when you are dealing every day with problems coming from many different directions. It's very difficult to keep that plan ongoing. So my strong suggestion is don't try doing that alone. Work with somebody. Work with a senior leader in your organization, a mentor, a coach, somebody you trust and who will help you to take you by hand to follow your own developing plan, because you want to take responsibility of where you will be in 3-5 years from now and not allowing this to anybody else. So if you would like to have that conversation going deeper, please go ahead and schedule a call with me and we will discuss your specific situation. And please subscribe to our newsletter and you will receive periodically information that will help you to become a more successful manager and leader in your organization. Thank you very much for listening today. Take care.